I'm Dr. Bill Dean, and I'm a retired allopathic urologist, and I practiced for 30 years doing urology. And during that time, I became introduced to a discipline called Ayurveda, which is a healing discipline, and I found it very useful in my practice. And so as I moved along through the last 15 years of my practice, I became more and more intrigued by how people became healthy and happier because of the information that I was giving them. So I decided that a book that would tell them about Ayurvedic nutrition would be helpful, but to give it a contemporary spin. And the spin is essentially giving them choices around their nutritional formats that are appropriate for their mind-body constitution, their energy makeup. I wrote Foods Heal after working with patients in the office, and what I found was that they got better when they were eating according to their energy makeup. So it seemed to me that the information that was available in the Western nutritional model was incomplete, and that the molecular way of approaching nutrition was really not really helping people get healthy. And so when I engaged with this energy model approach to nutrition, I found that there were so many more things that were available to people to help them and give them tools so that they could be healthier and even overcome particular problems that they had. And so I started using this in my Western allopathic urologic practice. The whole point of Foods Heal is to help people understand a different form of nutrition that's based on a different model of healing. Currently, what I was practicing at the time was a molecular approach to disease. And if you had a molecule that you could mark and say, oh, this molecule is associated or causes this disease, then I can treat the disease. But in reality, the approach is flawed in many different ways. The model doesn't really help us with chronic disease. It helps us if we happen to have, be involved in a car accident or have acute appendicitis or passing a large renal stone. All of these kinds of acute emergencies can be easily dealt with from the molecular or matter science approach to disease. But the problem comes in when this model runs up against what I would call its nemesis, and that's the chronic disease, the problems of rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes. These particular problems defy the Western medical model approach. And because of that, it really can only say, I can palliate, I can help you be comfortable, but I really can't help you become healthier. And hence the Western model starts falling down in terms of what it can give people. And I believe honestly that the Western consumer is intuitively understanding this. They're seeing that this model does not really support their lifelong desire to be healthy. And so that kind of approach, it can be found in the Eastern model. And actually the Eastern model is really based on very current and contemporary ways of looking at the human body. For many, many different reasons, we have been unable to be conversant with the energy field model and make it mainstream, primarily because there are so many forces in the marketplace that prevent matter science healers who have been trained as molecular biologists, who have been trained as applied biological technicians in the field of healing. They have too much on their plates right now to be able to become conversive with the energy field model. So that, I think, is the primary reason for Foods Heal. Foods Heal is really an introduction to the consumer about a different way of thinking about the body, thinking about choice in healing tradition, and to understand nutrition in a completely different way. It's available now on Amazon.com, and you can just search under Foods Heal and it'll pop up.